This is not a test. What you're seeing is happening live. We have no control over the vertical. We have no control over the horizontal. Hell, if the clip's funny enough, we might not even have control over our bladders. Direct from the DMG archives, the return of BNiSS. Hey.
There it is. Hell yeah. Oh my god, that was amazing, bro.
So, as many people might be familiar with, you have the Literate Juggalo. You probably see me in Discord, never on a stream, unless you watch some DMCAs or came way back in the day. And the one, the only, Carnage Razor, who, as the title says, directly beneath him, half the man he used to be. If you go look up any of these old ones, this man has been on a journey. A hell of a journey. So
that is quite flattering.
Have you been up to anything since last time, since episode 12?
Nah, bro. I mean, pretty much same shit, you know? I don't know. We fucking went and did this thing called DMG back in the day, and like...
I remember that shit.
Remember that? Yeah. You remember that group DMG?
Yeah.
You know, that was where... I don't know if you know this, if you remember this or not, but that was where... You remember the Twitch channel, Dark Mode Gaming TV? You know, where we started this podcast?
Well, it's the only reason why the channel started. It's not just where we started the podcast. We're like, okay, well, let's do this podcast, but are we gonna do it on mine or do it on yours, or do it on mine? Maybe do we alternate? Why don't we make a home just for all of the content, all of the passion from all the DMG creators to do collaborative things?
We'll call it DMG TV, and we'll put the little TV above the DMG, like how MTV used to do it.
Oh, fuck yeah. But that's really for the old heads. Those are the only folks who are going to catch that stuff.
And then we'll make it red and black.
I mean, those were the best colors, considering we always fought over red in chat. That was the eternal fight. And that's just true. For Lulu's sake, you did frequently wear that stupid backwards red hat. Though, don't check any of the old VODs, because I'm pretty sure I was wearing just as stupid, just as backwards, also red hat.
Actually, if I'm not mistaken, in the old VODs, all of them I'm wearing a blue hat. I don't even have a red hat. It's a fucking blue hat. You're the red hat rocker back then. I think I specifically stopped wearing red hats because you were wearing them. And I was like, there's no fucking way I'm going to be compared to this man anymore.
See, and then something else happened with red hats, and we're like, you know what? Fine. No, I'm going to put it back on and own that. This is my hat. Don't make me go dig up my Wacko Warner with his backwards red hat. That was my inspiration from youth.
Mine was Fred Durst. It's not nearly as cool.
Oh, man. Well, I guess that explains why you went for that Fred Durst skin then, right?
So I would be remiss to point out to not point out what's going on in chat right now.
Oh.
Blaze brings up the great point of saying that we didn't like each other. Back in the day.
I'm confused by the didn't. He's indicating that we do now, or
fuck you.
Okay, just double checking.
Yeah, I mean, you're right though. Fuck this guy. That one. Bam! I got it right.
Was it right or was it left?
It was left because you're right. Never mind. Anyway, so as you can tell, it's been a very long time since we did this show.
A little bit.
But I mean, you know, we have the fucking... We got staying power, dog. We the OGs of DMG. There's not much more staying power you can get than being that. I mean, shit. You know, especially if you're still an OG of DMG. But that's a whole nother thing. So, yeah, like, fucking... We got staying power. Staying powder is what gives us our staying power, you see.
It stops the chafing, really. I've found it a great help for some of that staying powder.
And as everyone can see, I mean, who better people to vamp than me and Jugs? Fuck, we just make fun of each other the entire time. It's a good time.
Well, I will say, you were talking about staying power and the old school DMG, but you know what I've really appreciated? New school DMG. More relaxed atmosphere, more people.
Preach.
Good people. Damn good people. Not only that, some damn good people that have even hopped in and contributed towards this Halloween stream.
What? See, can I just explain to y'all real quick? This is why I miss doing shows with this man. This man knows what the fuck he's doing. Lead me into that transition. I love it. Holy fuck. Shit. Speaking of, maybe you guys don't realize this or not, but the name is Big News in Small Streams. It all originated from the concept of us just kind of lifting up the smaller streamers, putting just bigger spotlights on them and just being like, hey, maybe y'all didn't catch it, but this dude only had 3 viewers the other day and he fucking killed it. I was so damn entertained. It was out of this world. And we'll bring up like clips of it and shit. It used to be a fucking dope ass time. We haven't done it in a while. And honestly, this DMG, way more deserving of BNiSS than any other fucking iterations of this. So like for real, I ain't gonna say much because ain't neither one of us ever fucking stream anymore. But we should be bringing this show back. I'm just saying.
So here's the question though. I'm gonna put him on the spot since he's there in chat. Do you think if we did bring this back, if we'd finally get an overlay from Blaze, considering the very first episode title was why Blaze needs to do our overlay?
This is the longest ever that, you know, I can be able to hold something over Blaze. He always says, like, and I never bring this up neither, but he's always just like, I'm here. Ask me for an overlay. Ask me for help with audio. We did one time forever ago, and you never got us one. Even to this day, even the new BNiSS, Jugs had to make this by himself. It looks great. Don't get me wrong. Fucking dope ass call outs to the old episode too, or the old issue. Whatever the fuck it was.
I was standing there sweating over a hot RTX 3080. Just
really sweating too, you know? Oh, fuck. So, oh, you guys were serious?
So, I know you appreciated the transition, but then you just kind of fizzled that one the fuck out. Something new streamers.
It's mostly your fault, you know. Grabbing the attention away from me and all that. You know
we'll get this one back on track. One person I do want to call out briefly is just Straw Hat Axiom. Coming in clutch, pulling a couple different shifts, getting scared, even working through construction in order to be part of this.
Yo, for real.
But also, if you haven't already, please go check him out. Go follow him. The stream is plenty of weed, Hank Hill, and a lot of chat interaction. Sure, I've popped in order to watch a few games be played, and he's always hilarious while playing the games. But there are so many redeems that aren't just, like, even my own stream, on those rare occasions, the redeems were always, hey, here's this automated thing inside of OBS. He is grabbing one of like 30 different pairs of sunglasses to match the color requested. He's just staying on top of things and always killing it.
I want to point something about Straw Hat's stream. And this is no bullshit. I have never ever been to his stream and popped in and was just like, because I do this sometimes. I'll pop into someone's stream and just be like, I just want to catch a couple minutes. I ain't gonna say nothing because I can only stay for a couple minutes. I'm not trying to get involved with a conversation or something. So I'll just see what the fuck people is up to and all of that. I've never went to Straw Hat stream like that and been able to walk away from it without saying something. The man is just very engaging, entertaining, and it's a good fucking time. He always just, you go there, you're in a good mood automatically because he's got some dumb shit planned, and it's going to make you laugh. It's a good fucking time.
Now,
Draw Heat. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Now that was one of our newer streamers. I was less familiar with another one, and I was really hopeful that you were going to give me some insight to another new
streamer. Oh, fuck yeah, I got you. My boy OMG, it's GB. So GB's a homie. He's been a homie for a long time. Some of y'all may have seen him in my chat before, back in the day when I used to stream, way back in the day. But he runs his own channel. He does more of like a later night streams, usually like 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night on the Eastern. But he's a New York homie. He's around there with like Madhouse and Gangrene and all them. And like, he does this dope ass stream, one of my favorite streams that he does, and Blaze has seen it before too, where you go on a walk with him through New York City, and this motherfucker will go into like little tiny stores, grab a drink, grab a bag of chips, talk to some people. He looks like he's about to get mugged every 5 seconds. One time he took the stream to his favorite place to take dates to, which was fucking cool as shit because you got to watch like a sunset with a nice little bay and shit. It's like,
did he bring a date?
Us, we were the date, dog.
Okay,
it was us.
I didn't know if he was doing this like casting couch situation. It's just like, oh, and here's the camera, and we just gonna bring this along.
Oh my god, his laugh is infectious. Are you referring to Straw Hat? Because that motherfucker does gotta. Just don't get him started on the DCEU. I mean, you know, I don't really know what that means because I never really got him started on that because DCEU is kind of lame. But you know, whatever. To each his own.
Oh damn.
I'm sorry, Jugs.
Well, hold on. So, does the CW count in the DCEU?
I don't know. Does anyone know? Does anyone know what the fuck counts in the DCEU? I don't think anyone. I don't even think they know what the fuck counts.
Because
their fucking universe.
I was really surprised. I actually picked up Stargirl recently. I watched the first couple episodes, didn't really care for it. Starting episode 3, rolling forward. Holy fuck! It's hitting for the real comic book nerd. You actually get Solomon Grundy in here running around.
No shit.
You get the new JSA, like the young JSA, but then you also have flashes with the old JSA and where they came from. Oh, and I know you're a fan of Community, which by proxy means that you kind of have. Well, you're a fan of Scrubs, which by proxy means you kind of have to be a fan of Community.
I was going to say, I wouldn't say I'm a fan of Community, but I've seen a couple episodes and laughed about it.
The guy who plays Jeff Winger is actually playing Starman in like the first couple episodes and stuff before he dies and gets offed. So it's like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool.
Chevy Chase?
No, that wouldn't be Jeffrey Winger.
I know, Blaze. I fucking know, dog. Soon, I promise. All right. Anyway.
But yeah, it ends up having lots of folks. It even grabs the old school Flash. So when they're back in the day talking with the old JSA, it's Flash from the 1990s TV show.
Not reprising his role. Not the one going around causing all kind of problems in Hollywood.
Oh, no. There's like 3 Flashes, and that's the shitty one.
Of course there is.
Well, yeah, there's the multiverse. How many Spider-Men are there? Come on, work with me.
You're right.
Okay.
You're right. Marvel did it better, just saying. Speaking of the whole idea with comic books and all of that stuff, hold on a second. I'm just going to transition into something else now, John. You can't argue with me anymore. I want to point out a couple things. First of all, back in the day, we used to have different comic book panels behind us. Jugs made this brand new, beautiful overlay for us because no one else would. So he added updated pictures of the backgrounds or whatever. Back in the day, they used to be a lot more like old school looking, you know? And it was a picture of Carnage behind me, and it would be like, who's this scrub? Who's this imposter? Something like that. Jugs would always fucking mix it up on me.
Hold on. Are
we gonna switch over?
Bam.
Look at that. Yeah.
So it's one of the classics.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can just remove the whole damn scene.
Let's not do that. So anyway, because of that, and then Jugs used to have a Batman comic book panel behind him. And what was cool about that is he showed me this overlay, and don't fuck this up. Yes, in this corner, you have the fucking spider web, and then over in that corner, you have the bat for the old Spider-Man comic and the old Batman comic. And I thought it was just such a nice touch, and it also coincides with Halloween. So it was cool all around. Another couple fucking things to point out is the title. The brilliance that Jugs used to have that just went unnoticed back in the day. Every episode title was always named after an episode of Rocko's Modern Life or The Tick. I got to get all of his brilliant little creations out in one episode because we may never fucking have another episode. So I want to make sure.
Well, especially if we don't get an overlay, right? So a non-Halloween.
Yeah. See, you don't need me. Fucker.
Yeah, the Halloween episode of Rocko's Modern Life for today's spectacular sugar frosted frights.
AKA the one nobody expected.
Out of fucking nowhere, except for the times that we announced it like 30 times this week. Yeah.
So here's okay, let me tell people about the creation of this episode. The whole reason I even was just like, hey, let's do an episode of BNiSS. Hey, let's do an episode of Taste Buds. Hey, let's do an episode of all those other podcasts I used to do. But I ran out of time, and I still got to do the new one, like Hail Married and shit. We're going to do 2 episodes of Taste Buds. Plus, I'm doing that stream with Nutsack. I have no time for any of this shit. So I guess I'm just going to do BNiSS and 2 episodes of Taste Buds and call it a day. But the whole original idea was to be the pod growmancer and bring all the pods back from the dead. Eh. So we got business. But anyway,
Night of the Living
talking about
podcast.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm telling you, just Night of the Living podcast, so much better.
Well, right now it is, because podcast is living and hopefully stays alive. So is Carnage the king of resurrecting dead podcasts? I mean, that's your words, not mine. So I'll humbly accept that title, though. We do have another portion that we used to run on this show. Do you want to get into that before we get into more small streams? Let's take a little break and
Well, actually, so that was going back to when we were talking about kind of that battle between DC, Marvel, and there's definitely a few items that fall into both of those categories in this. So for those that have been around before, that they've probably seen it. For those that haven't, welcome to Trailer Trash.
Trailer Trash!
Oh,
and it didn't fucking work. None of it's working.
What's not working? What'd you break?
Oh, never mind. Everything's working fine. What do you mean?
Oh, well, no, that's the... So, want to go ahead and kick this? I will say, when it comes to this game, even before hitting start, there's not many games that me and you both have like a big interest in. We're
that's a
both
good point.
gamers. We both play a lot of fucking video games. This is the only one, and it feels like for 2 fucking years now, because this keeps supposed to come out and keeps getting delayed. For 2 years now, we've both been like, I want to play this, and it's one of those rare games that have considered actually playing with you. So, I guess we'll find out.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
A weird
and it said no.
We don't know his name.
What?
Funny
It's playing for me?
weapons, Intel. He's
Yeah.
planning something.
That's not the right one, but if you want to hit the playlist,
Oh, fuck. What is this? Yeah, I
that
got
would
you,
be the
don't worry.
second one.
Sure is. It's all right. We got this.
All right.
Sidekick. Inadequate. Replaceable. Stubborn. Unreliable. In over your head. Untrustworthy. Uncontrolled. A monster. Pretender. A pale imitation. A wise, cracking disappointment. Is that all you see when you see yourselves? Because I see more. Master Bruce saw more. He saw greatness. He saw potential. He saw the future of Gotham. Remember, everything he was is within you. And everything he could never be is why you'll be so much more. It's your time now.
Every occasion I'll be ready for the funeral.
Hey, that's soon. So one thing I want to mention real quick right off the bat, and it's the first thing I could think of, being that this is a multiplayer Batman game. Who would you fight me to play as?
Oh man, See, that's the thing. There's so many reasonable options that I would happily play as any of them myself.
I kind of would too, but then once you see Red Hood, it's like, how the fuck do you want to play as anyone other than Red Hood?
Oh, okay, Red Hood's cool, but I still enjoy Nightwing. You know that
Nightwing's
that
cool. Yeah,
it's
I
that
wouldn't
little
mind getting any of them, you're
transitionary
right.
part right before, like, because Red Hood, some people could leave him. You know, he has embraced the fully being a dick, and Nightwing's kind of that border, and then you just. But no, they are all solid, and even if, like, I saw that apparently it's getting some bad reviews.
Yeah, I seen that as well.
But here's the thing. So did the Arkham game that introduced the Batmobile and had you actually have the car. They're like, oh, the game's horrible. I can't believe they
Arkham
have the
Knight.
car. You know, I was still cool with that game. Yeah, the car part wasn't as fun as the rest, but that's how you
Which
got
I
to the
don't-
next part.
I don't get that at all because I like driving the fucking Batmobile around. I liked fighting the fucking car. I liked all of that. I don't get what people were bitching about with that.
See, I would have
So,
been
I mean-
happier with just the driving. The tank mode was a little bit wonky for me. Just that part. It's still better than most of the other tank games that are out there. And the combat style is just fucking unbeatable. I love the flow combat. Hell, that's one of the reasons why I enjoyed some of the Spider-Man games. Because it was like, oh, so I can web like old school Spider-Man 2, but also I get the flow combat like Batman. Okay, done. Fucking sold.
And not only that, but also they even tried stealing the more stealthy side of Batman 2 with climbing around with the warehouse missions and shit in Spider-Man, where you would just have to like pick them off one by one. You wouldn't have to, but you could.
Oh, I absolutely stealthed that.
I didn't. I just jumped in and said, "Come on, bitches! You ain't gonna beat me. I'm fucking Spider-Man." But anyway.
But the fact that you could do either, I think, is really a benefit
Oh
there.
yeah.
Because I think we can all agree the stealth mission where if a chicken sees you do something, you're fucked. A little bit much. But no, as long as this has flow combat, as long as they don't go ESO style and decide to change up everything for it, because like I loved Elder
It's
Scrolls.
multiplayer. Yeah.
But in multiplayer Elder Scrolls, the thing that absolutely turned me off from it, I used to love to snipe in any of the Elder Scrolls games.
With like a bow and shit?
Yeah.
Huh.
You could aim in the game and hit something. In ESO, your bow, any ranged attacks were in a cone with equal probability to hit. It doesn't matter if you aimed perfectly precise at their head, it will hit somewhere within this
I
cone.
see.
So, yeah, it removed the skill and definitely just kind of made it so everybody could play.
All right, we got to call out some of the chat here happening. There seems to be a bit of a fight going on. What side are you on of the Robin is a bitch coin?
I don't know, Robin's pretty solid. Also, there's way too many Robins just to make a blanket statement like that.
That's kind of where my head lies, because it's like, I don't know. Obviously, Dick Grayson's cool just because of the fucking Nightwing aspect of it. You know, fucking Jason Todd is cool as shit just because of the whole story behind him. And then I don't know, the other guy's kind of. Isn't there a new one? Isn't there a fourth one now too?
No, there's been so many because there's also ones that have died.
More than
besides
four?
Red
Oh,
Hood.
shit.
So
Died.
yeah, there's ones that were not treated so nicely by the Joker.
Well, as the Joker do. I will say this though. There's Damian Wayne Robin too. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Damian Wayne. That's the newest one, right? Bleed Ups.
Well, he's the moody bitch one. If any of them's a bitch, it's that one. Just because he's a moody bitch.
One. They were all moody bitches.
Yeah.
I'll say this much, dude. Like back in the day when I first started falling for Batman and like I had the animated series and all of that, nothing fucking made me more excited than when Robin got included with him. Because as a little brother, like Robin was just a vibe back in the day. Like that shit was dope when Robin would show up and just like, fuck yeah, the little kid's gonna do it. That's awesome. I can relate with that guy. As I got older, I became much more a fan of the Bat rather than the Robin. And yeah, I kind of am inclined to agree with Elder Mohawk most of the time. Robin's kind of a bitch. The evolutions of Robins that come afterwards, the Nightwing, the Red Hood, those guys are cool as fuck. But when it's just Robin's kind of a bitch, y'all.
See, maybe the movie Robin. You know, like Robin with the nipples, with the bat nipple Robin.
Oh my god. My favorite fucking line from that entire movie was when Batman's kind of giving Robin shit and he's just like, you know, telling him that Poison Ivy's trying to kill him or whatever. And he's just like, she's trying to kill you, dick. And I'm just like, you watch your mouth. That's all.
Yeah, almost all of the rest of them sucked. And at some point, I'm still expecting us to get a live action Batman Beyond one of these days.
Ooh, that would be dope as fuck. That would be dope as fuck. I would like that. But we got a ton more shit to talk about with comic books. So why don't we get into the
so you mean like
trailer?
I think we
Yeah,
just
this
battled over the play button.
That'll be in war.
We don't know his name. Money, weapons, intel. He's planning something.
Sergeant McTavish, welcome to the City of Souls. There are few here to uphold the law, and many of those who resist corruption disappear.
Terrorism is good for business. As long as there is a war.
Okay, so something that I've noticed in both of the trailers so far. I'd really like to see gameplay in a game trailer. I remember when that used to happen, where I'd know what the fuck I'm about to get into instead of just a movie be like, hey, give me some money, please. What the fuck? Okay.
War on terror. There will be no real war on drugs.
We've got bigger problems.
We're not 141 and lost for Keros. We're a team.
I want to know how many they have and where they intend to use them.
Y'all got a clear picture?
All set.
These things take planning and preparation.
These things take violence and timing. I can do both. Go, Johnny! Get out of there!
You're the commander of a foreign terror organization.
I can say the same to you.
Digitally pre-order Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and play the campaign up to a week.
Oh boy.
Pre-order?
You'll get to play the whole campaign. You know, the single player part that no one ever fucking gives a shit about. You get to play that a week early. How exciting is that?
No, I think that's a legitimate strategy. I think that's the only way they're going to get people to play the campaign is to be like, hey, there is no fucking multiplayer available.
That's a good point.
Like, okay.
Please, look at the work we've done.
And I know there's some fans, but it's not the majority when it comes to the strictly like single player campaign. Now, there's been talks before, and I don't know if they've done it on this one, doing the campaign as multiplayer. I think another great opportunity.
Do they not do that in Call of Duty games?
They've been kind of hit or miss. Like some of them have been fine with it, some have not. But the game looks good. I will say I have a grudge against both Infinity Ward and Modern Warfare 2.
I have a grudge against games being remade after like fucking 10 years that are pretty much the same game with slightly polished graphics. Like, no, I'm good.
Like, if you check my Steam, I have a VAC ban on record, and only one, and it's from Modern Warfare 2 because they did not support widescreen aspect ratios, and I modified one file so that I could actually have it on my triple monitor display and put it to use, and have a VAC ban, and that will never go away.
And not to mention, you know, I forgot what I was going to say, but I'm sure it was good.
It's okay.
Anyway, you know my opinion on fucking remakes of games and shit, though.
Well,
fuck this.
You're not a fan of remakes. You're not a fan of shooters. So
Not a fan of Call of Duty.
Right. This is firing on no cylinders for you so far.
No, but we do have this.
Oh, Data War?
Everyone keeps secrets. Sometimes it's the only way to protect the ones we love.
They changed the voice actor for that kid?
I mean, that or puberty. One of the two.
I know you. God Killer.
Oh,
What is it
the
you
head's
want
still
from me?
there.
Is it a god of war you came to find?
You don't really want war, do you, Kratos? All that blood on your hands, on your son's hands.
What is it you will not tell me?
I can't talk about it, but I just need you to trust me.
We follow your every whim.
But you don't believe in any of it.
And still I follow. Because all that matters is that you are safe.
But that's not all that matters. Who's keeping you
That
safe?
bitch.
I do not need you to protect me.
You sure about that?
Pretender god! For the old father!
I mean, yeah, the Valkyries whooped my ass in the first one.
What do you even know of Godhood? In your life,
Hey, you know what that was? Fucking gameplay.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you even imagine that kind of love? No. You don't care about anything beyond yourself. Beyond the monster who kills without cause.
Fate only binds you if you let it.
Well, that's not fair. That target wasn't moving a second ago.
Not because it is written.
Fuck.
We will make our own destiny.
The real Fat Thor.
So I'm gonna
Is
pop.
there not like a little stinger after that?
I mean, there might be, but I just want it back to that. Yeah, pre-order screen's fine.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so fucking this game looks dope. This game looks fucking crazy dope. The first game was fucking crazy dope. Be aware, Carnage, this is a remake. How in the hell do you consider this a remake? Pray tell.
So we've both referred to it as the first game. I do want to just at least publicly acknowledge, yes, I know there's like 30 fucking God of War games before this one. And I played them, and sure, they were fun. They were all right. I think the last one on the newer generations was just fucking solid, though. The gameplay, the combat was smoother, and honestly, the story. I know that's not your cup of tea normally, but I think there's one thing that they did in this game, and that's why I was happy to see that head still attached to his fucking hip, that they did in the last game that I figure would kind of loop you in, because most of the exposition, the story that's happening, is being done in line while you're playing.
Yes. Interwoven into the gameplay. Yes, that's exactly the shit I love. Exactly. Go on. Sorry.
And the thing is, it's entertaining because that head, while it's giving you exposition, giving you pointers, that's not all it's doing. It's not sitting there just fucking hammering home, being annoying, being like, oh, make sure to go press X. No, it's done in an in-game style context and also mixed in some funny as fuck stories in there. That anytime that head started talking, it was like, yeah, yes, I do want to hear this. I'm going to keep rowing my boat and I'm going to listen to your story.
Almost as if it was like your own little personal podcast every time you got into the boat. It was just like, hey, ready for more story time? You fucking bet your ass I am. Go ahead, buddy. And he would even be as kind as to pause the stories every time you got out of the boat. He was like, oh, I'll pick it up later. I'll tell you more later. It's like, oh, fucking dope.
So yeah,
this game.
Looking forward. No, I was just going to say, yeah, looking forward to it like 100%.
Oh, you mean 4 years from now when it comes to PC?
No, I have a PS5 behind me. Looking forward to it in a couple weeks while I'm just going to play it.
Yeah, so this This is definitely something I'm going to be looking forward to coming to PC. So hopefully it won't take too long. But goddamn, also fucking Thor looks dope. Just fucking hell, that looks dope.
Well,
so
and I'm also a bit curious how they're going to do with the transition after what we learned at the end of the first one, or the last one.
Yeah, I think I know. I think I know what you're talking about. But yeah, I agree with that. That'll be interesting to see how they use more of that. Anyway, speaking of, PS5 games that go to PC.
Look, I don't know if I'm ready to fly solo.
You gotta take the oath. I promise to do everything in my power to protect this city.
I promise.
Oh, another remake. Shut up, Blaze!
Whoa.
Que guapo.
Gracias, mami.
Guys, I wanted to thank you. Both of you.
You need to lay low. Don't trust anybody, and don't take off that mask.
This message
is from
Roxxon. The underground must stop it.
They need you. Miles, what's the underground doing?
They're after New Form.
Tinkerer, stop!
Gotta say, I'm disappointed, bud.
Krieger. You think you can beat the Tinker? Roxxon, you can't.
Every time I think I got this Spider-Man thing figured out, something goes wrong.
Miles, our family doesn't give up.
Whenever you say Spider-Man, you always mean the other one. You're Spider-Man. You can fix this. Your way.
This is my time. I'm seizing the moment cause I gotta go for the time's gone. Ain't scared of the dark cause I'm bringing the light with a nice dawn. I shine on. I see it coming, I don't need a sign. Just a moment, I'ma make it mine. This is my time. My time now. My time.
What? What the hell was that? Uh-oh. Whoa.
Back a bit. Want to go back one?
Yeah.
All right.
But
or back two, I guess.
Nah, this is the next one we wanted to do, right?
Oh, you didn't want to talk about that trailer at all? Or the reason why we just had a 2-year-old fucking trailer? Right. Is it because of a PC release? Are we getting...
Yes.
Okay. So for those who haven't had an opportunity.
So yeah, Spider-Man Miles Morales coming to PC November 11th, I think, 19th maybe. I don't know, real fucking soon. I'm super fucking hype about it. This game has been something that I have just kept my eyes away from for this entire time. I've not seen any of it, and I am so fucking looking forward to it.
Perfect. If I just realized if you freeze this at the right moment, it says Spider-Man MILF.
Yeah, I had mine paused on Spider-Man, but I guess it doesn't play with the same with yours, which is wild.
But yeah, so anyway, I will say the game was solid. The game before was solid, and we even talked about that one a little bit earlier. They looked at everything that happened in the old school Spider-Man 2. The ability to jump, the requirement that webbing has to hit a building instead of just swinging out of the sky like so many shitty Spider-Man games. They looked back and went to try to match that up one for one and then add their own little twist to it. The only downside is it no longer had Bruce Campbell as every single voice guidance, but
yeah,
but I can forgive it for that.
Back in the day with the PS1 Spider-Man game, it used to be Stan Lee.
Hell yeah.
Fire up a PS1 game and all of a sudden, Excelsior, true believers. Oh, great. Here goes this nerd again.
Wait, Wasn't that also the intro for Stripperella, another Stan Lee production?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Thanks, Pamela Anderson.
All right, fine. I guess we can go to the next one if you want. But the Spider-Man games have been great. I will say I have Miles Morales. I've played maybe 10 minutes of it. That's about it.
Really?
It's not because I don't love the game. I plan on getting into it. It's just something else always comes up. So
Sure, fair enough. A Nintendo game, you say?
Nintendo. Way to switch topic. Shit, we should get some codes.
Can you get rid of that?
Maybe.
The hell is that thing? Let's just have some fun. No, I'm gonna kill your thing. Fuck that. This is dope.
Yeah, except for like they fucked up all the Digimon.
I meant the aspect of being able to play with friends on Pokemon games. Right, Runa? Look at this fucking thing's name. Lechonk. Stranger danger. Man, I can't help but notice this entire trailer looks to be gameplay. That's weird.
Well, I mean, if it's on Nintendo, they don't want to mislead us and make us think you can actually like process graphics and shit.
Oh, we just had to run our mouth, didn't we? Even says the actual game footage.
Hold on. Come on, act like you don't see it. Tell me that Pokemon on the right's not a fucking dick.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Alright. Oh, I can't unsee it. Except he has the protein as a tail.
Oh shit.
Yes, so still true to Pokemon and Nintendo / Game Freak form, we are going to be getting 2 versions of the game. And you have to buy them both in order to catch both. Except you don't, because the internet exists now. You can just trade Pokemon online, which is kind of dope. But, you know.
Well, especially if they're going multiplayer. Doesn't that mean that each person could end up buying a different edition? Just straight up trade there?
Yeah, so the idea of the multiplayer thing, if I'm not mistaken, is supposed to be like you're not always able to be multiplayer. It's more of just like, hey, these are like 3 or 4 designated areas where you can go out with friends and catch Pokemon together.
Okay. Oh,
Carnage gets Scarlet. Did you really think I was going to get Violet? I mean, come on, you know I'm going to get the red one.
So I take it this is going to be more like the last game for Pokemon, where there was a bit of that free roam going on.
I don't know, because the last game was more it was a different take on the series itself. It was free, not just free roam, but you would catch Pokemon without even battling them. It was kind of weird, but I love the fuck out of it. I don't see them doing that with the mainstay games. I think the main series is going to stay true tried form of fucking just, you know, it doesn't look like the battles are random anymore. A lot of Pokemon aren't random. You can actually see them and walk into them. That's been a thing for a little bit now, but you know, I don't know.
See, I have to
They've
depend on you for this. I know you've done like Pokemon Snap and all these other Pokemon stuffs. I've done Go.
Yeah, I like Pokemon games, man. They're if nothing else, if you take anything else from them, take what I take from them. They are fucking solid RPG games. They're old school turn-based RPG games that we just don't see anymore. So to me, it's still a little fucking nostalgia that's still there, and I appreciate them for that.
So you mean kind of like Shining Force style RPG? Only someone
Shining
actually
Force-
unlikes Hanzo.
Shining Force was more of like a tactical RPG, like Final Fantasy Tactics or something like that. Rather, Pokemon was always just one-on-one battles that you had a team that you can choose out. You know what I mean? Almost like Pokemon. I got nothing else, but
I mean, Fresco. I didn't directly say it was you that didn't unlock Hanzo.
Yeah, that's true.
I was trying to let you
Pokemon
hide your
games thing.
shame.
Pokemon Red is better. I'm sorry. Anyway. All right, well, let's not shame anyone else with more video games. So instead, why don't we turn the tides a little bit and move on to different kinds of trailers.
They have tides
I
now?
used to ask myself a lot of questions. Scott, you're at ex-con. How are you an Avenger? That doesn't make sense. But everywhere I go, people tell me the same thing.
Thank you, Spider-Man.
People still know
Brilliant.
that. That's why we made this. It's like a satellite for deep space, but
Oh, that doesn't sound like.
Wait a minute. You're sending a signal down to the quantum realm.
Hmm.
Turn it off. Now.
That's a nice shot. Need some Dormammu though.
Is that Alexa?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
so afraid.
I think it's a scene in the movie. You saw they were wearing like a face mask and stuff, so.
This place. It isn't what you think.
I know that voice.
Hey!
And that face.
And give you
Not that one.
help me.
Gang!
So, what's it gonna be? Ant-Man.
Oh no, stop that.
Pause. So,
Fuck, that looks dope.
Yeah. So I've enjoyed Ant-Man. It's definitely one of the Marvel ones that is a little bit more relatable. You know, McCloud always has that argument of, oh, I could be Spider-Man. Ant-Man at least has had some issues. He's been through some shit.
Mm-hmm. I'll say this. I do like how ever since they really started delving into the idea of a multiverse with the MCU, it's just, oh, here's this other movie. And look, they broke it too. Here's this other thing. Look, they're breaking the multiverse. Now they're breaking the multiverse. And it's just...
Now, from the trailer, though, I'm not sure that's necessarily breaking the multiverse, such as, like, exposing it. Because, I mean, if you want to get into the technicalities, if it's another dimensional, then the shrinking down part kind of makes sense. It's just measured differently.
Sure. I also wonder if it's not even a multiverse and instead is just
a mini-verse, a microverse, a tiny verse.
Right, but that universe's version of Kang that they brought to that microverse to keep him there, as is to not travel around to other multiverses and fucking do what Kang does. So much stuff. I can't wait.
There's so many possibilities for Kang, especially since not every Kang was a dick.
Not every Kang was a Kang.
Right.
You're literally upset that the multiverse was too unrealistic. Oh man. Well, wow, that's wild.
Wait, is Blaze trying to tell us the pizza balls aren't real?
Lies.
I had my heart set on some pizza balls there, Blaze.
Pizza balls are amazing. Just make sure you pay for them.
Don't hurt this man.
We actually can skip this one.
Oh,
I don't mind skipping this one.
Why would we skip this one? Is it that bad?
We're running low on time, and I really want to get to the next one instead.
I mean, is there something after us?
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Is there something after us? Holy fuck. Am I just now realizing that?
Yeah, it doesn't matter if we run long on time. We're good.
Ha! Maybe we should ask the mods first. Anyway. Loki's Kang variant was fucking dope. Hell yeah.
For years,
No one laughed. Shut up, please.
you've been avoiding Earth. But I have called for your help plenty of other times, and you've been pretty content to let those calls go straight to voicemail.
Yeah, well, this is different.
Oh, wait. Did they just
an alcoholic?
Did they just remove shit? Like the mouth and the sound did not match.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Marvel being Marvel.
Fury, we gotta be very careful now.
Multiple Man. No, that's not it.
So it's not Jamie Madrox?
You're in no shape for this fight that lies before us.
Soon, Drug, soon.
This is just the beginning.
This is my war alone. And I'm the last person standing between them and what they really want. And what is that?
My eye patch.
So this is a series, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is cool, because I would like to see, like, how much into it they can get. Like, a couple hours to explain the entire Secret Invasion with the scrolls and all of that shit. I don't feel like that's going to be enough. So I like the idea that it's a series, actually.
Well, not only that, but like just the fact that you've now looped in Samuel L. Jackson, it makes you realize that it's less of a like here's just a little series. It's less of a She-Hulk and more of a no. This is a long ass movie.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Although I gotta say, like She-Hulk, Moon Knight, all of those things, I appreciate what they're doing because they're essentially just giving us origin stories and a little bit to like the character enough so that they can appear in whatever fucking movie they want to put him in. Oh, you want to have a crossover event with fucking Moon Knight and Blade when he comes out? No problem. We already established Moon Knight. We could do that. Fucking brilliant.
And anyway. they used it for Daredevil too. Dragging him back in, including new outfits.
Yeah, let's not get too spoilery because I haven't watched the last episode yet.
I'm just saying it's a new outfit. It's another one straight from the comic. So it's like, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I fucking, yeah.
All right. So you said you wanted to get to the next trailer more. So does that mean I should continue delaying and talking random bullshit, see how long I can drag this out before you finally get to that trailer you want to get to?
I didn't really want to get to it that bad. I was just saying like, hey, let's skip this so we can get to the Halloween trailer. rather than
Oh man, I love the
skipping
Hollow.
that.
I hear it was a really good movie.
No, not that one. This one.
This Halloween, you can't escape the shock, the terror of Werewolf by Night.
And I think this is already out, right?
It is every hunter for themselves.
Good luck. I'll be rotting for you.
But one of you is a monster, masquerading as one of our own. I can't wait to find out what breed of evil you are. You wanna see this, darling?
Please don't do this. Death is coming for you!
Werewolf by Night.
Oh no, not Jessica Jones.
Okay, I'm glad I wasn't the only one thinking it. Fuck, that looks dope.
So
what's going on? Okay, a couple things I want to point out about this. Number one, I love the fact that they're making this and they're not putting anyone that we know in it. It's just, hey, here's this thing. It's just a one special thing, and that's all we're gonna do. That's how the original comic book came out. Do you know about the origin of this comic book?
No, tell me. Fill me in.
So originally, due to the comic code back in the, I think this was 60s that Werewolf by Night first debuted, they weren't allowed to have an entire series ran with the idea of it being a werewolf. That was not allowed. It was against the comic code and deemed inappropriate for children. So to get around it, Marvel was just like, hey, we're going to take, I think it was Marvel Spotlight at the time, and we're just going to do a series of, I don't know, 5-issue small run of a couple of stories, and we're going to call it Werewolf by Night. And it's just going to be, it was a one long, like 5 mini arc thing. And it did well, but you know, that was it. They were done with it. Once the comic code got reconstructed and allowed things like supernatural creatures like werewolves and shit, they came back and did a whole series on it. And we ended up getting the likes of characters such as Moon Knight to first appear in a Werewolf by Night issue. So if not for this very comic, we may never have Moon Knight. So it's kind of cool.
Hell yeah. It's kind of a badass backstory there.
Yeah, a little bit of history for it.
So
yeah, go ahead.
I can't tell if it's how it was shot or if it's going to be campy enough to live up to like me and Elder's expectations and love of camp. Because some of the campiness of the shots could have either been just how the trailer was cut or it'll actually be campy as shit.
Wolfbane also, that's a good point, Fresco. Fresco's showing off that fucking comic book knowledge. Yeah, I mean, the campiness looked just right, to be honest, just based off of that, because there was plenty of that modern day action to keep you, you know, interested for those that don't just enjoy the campiness for the sake of campiness, but also enough of that campiness in there to blend it together and kind of let everyone kind of have their own fun with it. And the old school horror campy fans get their fun, and the new school like action comic book movies fans get their fun, you know, so it's good for everyone.
Hell yeah.
Anyway. I can't help but notice that one that we wanted to do isn't on there yet. So, no problem. I'll just go ahead and add it to the playlist. It's already on there. Why is it not showing up?
I don't know.
No worries. I know how to get it.
So, I'm curious if they're going to spin off with more than just the Werewolf by Night then. Like, if they're going to try to do a lot more of some of those old ones that you're mentioning, they were just kind of sneaking in with that, like, short run 5 whatnot.
I would personally like to see that. There's a couple of them that could be done like that. Or even bring back the idea of one-shots. They started doing it for a little while, but they never really followed up with it. But I think now with the universe as expanded as it is, we can really see one-shots take off. Like, I'd love to see a Spider-Man and Deadpool thing, because the homoeroticism that Deadpool always put towards Spider-Man and the super fucking awkwardness that would be, shot back from it. Granted, let Spider-Man grow up a little bit first before that happens, but fuck, that's going to be fun if they ever do something like that.
Well, I mean, if he was blipped out, what's his actual age now? Like, how does that work?
Add 6 years? Is that a thing?
like if they were blipped, because their date of birth would still be the same, does that mean he'd be like physically still a 15-year-old but able to buy alcohol?
That's wild. You would think if they went through that, they would just let him buy alcohol, but
those are the people that went through nothing. Those were the ones who were like, oh yeah, I closed my eyes and here I am.
That's not true. He didn't feel so good for a couple of seconds. All right, we do have one more trailer to show off.
Oh shit! So is this one for a game or for a movie? What we got?
For an event, one night only event.
Shit.
Maybe for an event of something you guys heard of before called DMG. Dark mode ghosting. Fuck, he's hot.
Oh, did you see that? I'm kind of like in his mouth.
Hi, Cassie.
Now, see, I'm rooting for just Chris and Emily here. Do we know if anyone made it out of this alive?
No. You hear that scream? Are you kidding? That's a real scream, y'all.
That was Chris, right?
I'm not spoiling shit. All I'm saying is that scream was real. Wait for it. There it is. Fuck yeah. And with that, I think we can reveal our excitement for it.
We have excitement to reveal?
Yeah, with facial expressions and whatnot.
I don't even know what you're talking about at this point.
Oh, fuck.
So, no, yeah. I think that's going to be really, really badass. I personally am looking forward to it. I hear there's a lot of lovely contributions from most of the people that were participating in the event. At least those who were able to maintain holding a camera correctly, as if they were a content creator.
My camera is stationary. It's fucking right there on top of my monitor at all time. The other one is over there. And you know what? They're both just sitting there. I ain't got to move them. Most of the time, they're still crooked, even when they're stationary. So, I mean, I'm sorry, y'all. Damn. Why you gotta call me out like that?
I didn't say any names, just like Fresco earlier, which I kind of counteracted by saying Fresco now.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Yeah, it's gonna be dope, though.
And consumers alike.
Yeah. Exactly. Fuck, that's gonna be a good time. That's gonna be a good time for sure.
I have only one concern about it.
What's that?
So it's so amazing of an idea that the viewers will be able to kind of choose the direction of what's going on. But also, I've seen some of these viewers before, and I don't necessarily always trust their judgment. So is there a way that we can get like dedicated screams, like if something intense happens, we can override someone being like, oh yeah, Carnage is in the bathroom.
I think Blaze is doing something with that. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's camera movement. Yeah, that's very nice, Blaze. Fucker. See, that's the funny part, right? Because with this group of fucking degens and shit, we're gonna have just a bunch of people being like, hey, let's watch Carnage's view again so we can make everyone sick.
So what time was that?
9? Does it start at 9?
Like
Or are
AM?
we starting at 9? Guess we'll have to find out. See, that's why I didn't answer. See, I had to learn these things. You just stop answering questions sometimes because, well, you spoil things. I'm the Tom Holland of DMG, evidently.
So it
I'm just
looks
gonna
like
shut the
it's
fuck up sometimes.
October 28th Eastern Standard Time. So that's 1 hour earlier.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Tomorrow, 9 o'clock at Eastern Time. Jesus Christ. Always the fucking troll. Can you ever just turn it off for 5 seconds? God damn.
Nah, the meds already wore off. I'm sorry.
Fuck. Yeah, it's going to be tomorrow, and it's going to be controllable by everyone. I can't fucking wait. And if I do, you know what? Don't even say anything. Just shut up and keep moving. So anyway, yeah, that's going to be dope tomorrow. We're also going to have an episode of Taste Buds tomorrow as well. And that is going to be...
You know what? Before Taste Buds ever happens, there's a return of another podcast, Dark Mode Cinema Academy, that starts at 7, where we're doing a bit of a double feature, talking about 2 separate movies. First, we're going to be talking about the youthful classic Halloween movie of The Halloween Tree. Originally a book by Ray Bradbury, well-known author. Hopefully some folks know some of the other works out there. But it's just an amazing movie. And we're following that up with Waxwork, a 1994, I believe. I'll double check before the actual movie. It's just a classic kind of slasher gore, some classic horror for Halloween. Before we're able to pass...
I make one?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, before we're able to pass the torch after talking about a couple of old movies, over to the next podcast at 8.
Where Carnage will be making a special request to the Literate Juggalo saying, Jugs, you guys mind going like 5-10 minutes later, maybe 15 minutes even? Some of us have to work until 8 o'clock. So
excuses, that's all I'm hearing.
Dude, oh my god. It's fucking nerve-wracking when I'm just like, okay, I got 10 minutes left. I'm not on a call yet. 9 minutes? All right, come on, don't call. And I just quickly try to get him off the phone. They're just like, I need a translator. Of course you do.
I tell you what, I'll figure out. We'll just play the Ghost Hunt trailer on loop until you're ready.
Hey, Blaze, can you vamp for 30 minutes? Fucking vamp, dog, vamp. Oh my god. There's some dope fucking shit coming tomorrow aside from just that as well. Let's not forget, before the MCA comes, we will have Call Me LH doing, from what I understand, a game show of sorts like they tend to do. So that'll be a good time for sure.
So
and before that,
so if we're talking about the game show, I just want to make sure if LH is in chat, do you have everybody? And if not, these are the people to ask. The lovely viewers.
Oh, I from what I understand, I've been told that they've confirmed everyone's good. They're good to go. Yep.
Perfect.
So that should not be an issue. Really looking forward to that. I am sure that all the answers are going to be the first one given to them. So aside from that, we also have Laird Forbes at 3 o'clock. That's exciting as fuck. I can't wait for a Laird stream. They're always a good time. And you know Sarah's going to be fucking in the wings waiting to scare him again. It's going to be... I can't wait. But yeah, Taste Buds is going to round it out and ending with the Ghost Hunt, of course. And we are going to be covering Hocus Pocus 2, the movie. So if y'all want to hear a kid's movie get shit on tomorrow, tune in, because I'm having a feeling I'm not going to like it. But we'll see. We'll see, right?
What's after that, though? I know you're on 8. And the Ghost Hunt. Amazing. It's been a hell of an event. I know we're kind of on the back half. We're wrapping it up, but it's not going out with a fizzle. It's definitely building up. There's been so much excitement all the way from the very first stream. Has just carried on.
That's the fucking truth, man. Every stream has been an absolute banger this event. Like, holy shit, there has not been, not that there ever really is a letdown, but goddamn, like, everyone showed the fuck up with this event. Like, for real.
So I know McLeod was out there schooling it. Fresco was carrying on for a while there with some of that serial killer, some of the gameplay, the spooky jump scares.
So I want to point out Fresco's stream real quick because I was able to catch a little tiny bit of it in the very beginning when I was on lunch break still. And then I went back to work and I've been doing this thing where I'll actually take the headphones off and like kind of put them over here and I'll crank the sound way up so I can still hear a little bit like off in the distance. But at the same time, I got the work headset on right here so I can take calls, just mute the fucking speakers. I'm good to go. What's fucking dope about that is I'm just kind of sitting there chilling the other day, going through some shit on my work computer and everything, and listening to Fresco tell me all about these fucking crazy serial killers and shit like that. Man, that was such a good time. And I constantly seen other people saying it in chat, just being like, I'm cleaning right now, but thank you so much. This is amazing. I'm fucking cooking right now, but this is cool as hell. Keep going. Like, that shit was dope.
Now, I'd love to see him carry that sort of thing over to his own channel. It was great here, but I want to see it continue. I want to see more of them. And I know you were talking about GB, and I know was rocking out with a VR setup during this one.
Mm-hmm.
And you're telling me on their own stream is doing like RR, like real ass reality, like they're going places, but then in VR on the so much dopeness.
There's one we forgot to mention that I wouldn't mind talking about for a little bit.
Which one? There's so many. Because we had Ozoi.
Ozoi is definitely a homie. It was definitely good to see her come back again. 2 streams. Did y'all see that nutsack on your drum set stream? You mean the one with the really shitty sound in the beginning? Yes, that one, as a matter of fact. Fuck, man, I can't wait for him to get up and running. Like, we're right there. We're right there. And me and him are going to be streaming a ton together. It's going to be such a good time. We had such a good fucking time last night. Like, me and him have not enjoyed playing music that much together in so fucking long. We just never really had a chance to be honest. Like, when we were in the band, it was always so much just focusing on band shit. And we never really had a chance to really fucking go nuts with our own shit and be like, hey, let's work on this song. Let's work on this song. So having the freedom to do that and just being able to do whatever the fuck we're going to want to do and doing it with y'all and having Blaze in our corner because he's going to be helping us with some audio setups. So we won't have any more starts like that again. Holy fuck, I cannot wait.
Hey, some people love that start exactly how it was. It was the garage band we all knew. It was familiar. It was home to us again. It brought us back to where we needed to be to really enjoy the rest so much more.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I still can't believe that. Like, if there's... Oh my god, dude. I was so fucking... I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. We were nervous as fuck. Me especially, man. I didn't know how this shit was gonna go. I didn't know how it was gonna sound. It was kind of like a Jesus take the wheel moment because I let him do everything on the computer thing side of things. And if y'all think I'm bad with technology, he thinks I'm a genius when it comes to this shit. So just kind of figure out for yourselves, like, holy fuck. It's a wonder we only had one mishap. I'll say that. Between the two of us, we got it done though.
Yeah. So we ran a little over, but as I said, that's not an issue.
Fuck.
Is there anyone out there to raid?
Yeah, I was just starting to look into that myself. Well, we have... Oh, this dope fucking streamer, Dark Mode Gaming TV. Oh, right. OMG, it's GB is streaming, actually. If we want to keep that on par with him. That's really all I got, to be honest with you.
And it's not excluding anyone that we didn't mention. There's just so much dopeness. Fucking Elder Mohawk killed it too.
Oh yeah, let's not stop there. I'm sorry. We were just kind of pointing out some of the newer streamers that have never really done anything with us. And as a matter of fact, while we brought that up to the point real quick, can I just say this much? There was a couple of streamers that couldn't stream during the Halloween event that were kind of scheduled to be on there. One of them being Hot Sauce Tony. And it sucks that they couldn't make it because we were really looking forward to getting an event in with them. But more importantly, and I gotta fucking call this out because this one broke my heart when I seen this. When Shy fucking got her computer busted and told us that she could not stream during the Halloween event, I was fucking heartbroken. I'm like, that girl was so excited for this shit. And just to have it ripped out underneath of her like that, I guess we'll just have to wait for the Christmas event. Hopefully she'll be down to do it then.
Well, you know, there's there was that little bit of safety there. There's a reason why Shy's name still shows up on the event list. Since Shy the Trash Panda.
DMCA.
And Chainsaw Chick, Discord's own Alexa.
And Chainsaw Chick. That's a great point, too. Holy shit, we're finally going to get to see Alexa on a stream for the first time ever. And it's going to be during the DMG Halloween event. How fucking dope is that?
So did you figure out a rate target yet?
Like I said, I got GB. That's it, dog.
All right. I'm cool with rating GB.
All right, that's all I got.
Who's putting it in chat?
Fuck. I could do it. I could fucking do it. Oh. All right. Is Shy gonna be with y'all, or is she just gonna join on a call?
Join on a call.
Oh, okay. Okay. I mean, both would have been just as equally dope. One of them would have been But fuck yeah, the raid is initiated. I do want to point out, Sleeper showed up. What's up, homie? I see that. Oh shit, what's this you got here? Is that planned?
Yeah. I mean, you can still talk. I just figure it's a nice little way to round out that raid.
This is Nutsack doing his thing to This Is Halloween last night. I did not know this was coming at all. He said that he told me about it, but just like my co-host here told me about, I was the one that was supposed to host and everything like that. Apparently I said that before. You know, I say things sometimes, and I guess I don't quite remember them as equally as I do others, but these things happen. Anyway.
I'm able to pick your nose.
Thank you guys so much for showing up today, man. Fucking, this was dope, man. I gotta tell you, Jugs, I hope we could do more of this, man, because I had a good fucking time.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and hit that button.
Oh, we're done? All right.
Oh, did you have more to talk about? We can talk about whatever.
I mean, have you ever... There is a movie night tonight in Discord. We are going to be watching Hocus Pocus 2 in Discord tonight. That should start relatively soon, so make sure you hop in voice chat, get your spot, and grab your popcorn, and be all cozy and whatnot. I'll probably be deafened so I can make sure I review it, because it is a Taste Buds event. But I'm running out of time. Peace, y'all. Love you guys. Ouch here. There, I hit the button. Please stop.